Fishdale exit for Wilderness with Amani Patreon. Got 2 nice browns in the net, lost one, got a good stretch of the river in, and I finished early enough where I'm down here at a section of the Tahoe Pyramid Trail near the state line. I'm gonna try to get something for my YouTube viewers. I tried to get something for my YouTube viewers yesterday. It was supposed to rain around 11 in the morning, so I got up early, went out to the McCarran Ranch trailhead. The water was kind of stained, but there was this green algae floating all over in the water, so every time I brought my jig in, it had green stuff on it. It was just a pain in the neck. So I packed up, went over to Rock Park, started fishing, hiked all the way down, started under that Thunderdome bridge. I went under there. I didn't go on the bike path where the people were really living over there. I fished by the tents underneath. There was really nice water, but I didn't get anything. So I went over a little bit farther, hooked a nice fish, and jumped like 3 times, lost it, and then I fell in the river. It never started raining, but I fell in the river, and I was wet. I started falling backwards, so I spun around and went in. My butt, my pack got wet, and I got wet up to my wallet and my phone. I fished for like another half hour still. I was walking like, I had to walk like 3/4 of a mile back to my car just shivering. So yesterday was a total disaster. Up here, the water is clear, the water is flowing, and if I gotta go all the way to the state line, I got both state licenses in my pack. So we're gonna try to catch a fish today. The river flow is really good for jigs right now. And it's so funny when you're fishing jigs, you know fish are seeing it. A lot of fish see the jigs and they're like, whatever. But if you keep throwing this thing and keep finding new water, eventually you find that nice fish that's like, ah, I gotta get it. And it just goes for it. And it just, I don't know. That's what I'm looking for today. The crazy, fast lane living brown or rainbow that's going to attack this thing. This jig's got a lot of use. It's got no paint on the head or anything, but that don't seem to make a difference. Now that I caught you up to speed with my failure yesterday in falling in the river, let's go down there. It's time to play the doubleheader. I'm ready to go. Let's play 2. There's a lot of good water to fish, both above and below this entry point. I'm gonna go ahead and bypass a lot of this water and start fishing towards the state line. There's that diversion dam, it's flowing. And the river's flowing down there. The last time I fished here for Wilderness with Amani Patreon, the water was really low. And I was really having to disguise what I was doing to try to catch fish. I'm hoping it's easier today. And that's my target way down here. So I'm just opening up with about 3/4 of a mile of a hike before I even start fishing. And then if I don't get anything, then we'll see how desperate I get. The river is flowing nicely. And I fished all of this when it was low. And I wasn't getting anything. I was crawling around on my hands and knees. It was embarrassing. Figure I might as well start by throwing my jig right into a tree. I short casted that a little bit. See if I can make anything out of it. And I got nothing. Not as many people fish down here, so if you're gonna get around, there's some easy areas to fish, but there's a lot of stuff with a lot of thorns and a lot of branches. And I just cut the bottom, but I'm free. My heart stopped for a second. I'm trying to fish this thing down deep. And I'm getting it all the way up where it's coming in. And I'm not getting jack. And you know there's fish in here. I mean, you know there's fish seeing this. They just don't want it. So what I have to do is find fish that do. Real nice pull. The water there doesn't look great, but before I spook it, I'm just gonna do a couple soft toss and swim that jig through and see if there's anything close to shore. Because once you walk up and spook it, not only do you not get anything when you go up to the water, but you might not get anything at all, period. Some adjustments, because what I was using this morning, the water up there is going a lot faster. In this deep run, I'm trying to pull off the same shenanigans. And I think I gotta work on letting it sink a little bit more. Because there's definitely fish in there. They're just not hitting my jig. I mean, I haven't even seen anything follow it. I haven't gotten a bump, nothing. No flashes, nothing. I thought I was snagged. I threw it out and it hit it the second my jig hit the water and my net just fell in. And I gotta get that. Ugh. I'm gonna get wet. Ugh. I'm completely soaked. Got him. I had to step in the water because my net fell in the water. Jig's already out of his mouth. There it is in the net. Let me get my hands wet. I'm gonna hold him up. There it is. That's a nice brown right there. Easy 18, if not even more. He's not very fat, but that's a nice fish right there. Let's get him back out there. Woo! There he goes. Look at it bolt out there. And I got a boot full of water, man. And just what I was saying earlier, that thing, I dropped that right in front of the rocks, and he must have been hugging that rock wall because the second my jig hit the water, he hit it. And my net fell in the water and my line was under my net and it was just, so I'm gonna take my boot off and empty the water out because I'm wet and now my boot's gonna be wet for a week because these insulated boots, but you know, I didn't want to lose that fish. That fast water out there, boy. Oh, he got off. He got off. Darn it. He was right. I'd casted there a bunch of times and I did a soft toss right to the edge of that white water and ran it deep down this channel and he nailed it, man. And I must just not have had him very good. Darn it. Next good water I want to fish is way down past all that white water, so I think this is the end of the line. That's gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna wrap it up early. I don't want to hike down past the white water below this run. It's just too far. I've already fished all morning. I'm tired. I got 2 clips to get home and edit. So going back to accurate casting, the fish I got in the net, I dropped my jig this far from the rock wall. I put new line on my reel this morning, and I gotta put new line on my reel when I get home, because I lost a lot of my line. What happens is, when you get the accurate casting down, you gotta close your bail and be jigging it, or else it doesn't matter where you cast it because the water's gonna move it away from your target. So sometimes I cast it out, I shut my bail and start reeling before there's any tension, and my line gets wrapped up around my reel. But it was a good day on the Truckee today, and it was cool. The doubleheader was successful. It was a two wins in the column for me today on the doubleheader. So that was a great day. The water's really flowing, it's clear. There's a lot more river down there to fish, a lot more river that way to fish. I'm done. Done fighting bushes. Done. I am so hungry. I am seeing things at this point. I'm starving. And no little dry instant oatmeal pack's gonna do it for me. I'm gonna wrap it up. I hope you enjoyed this bonus footage on the Truckee after a complete disaster yesterday. Thank you for joining me on Wilderness with Amani. Until next time.